Hello, EDL 602 students. I am your instructor for this course, Dr. Nicole Cockrell. I am posting a pretty lengthy video just so that I can give you some information because we are not going to meet this Saturday. I want to start by saying I am happy that you all have decided to further your education here at William Carey University, as well as looking into educational leadership. We do need good principals for the job that we do. So, with that being said, I want to start by just first of all introducing you all to the textbook. If you have not purchased this textbook, I need to encourage you to go ahead and do so. This course, you cannot complete it if you do not have the School Leaders for Results textbook by Marzano and Carbo. So you will need to purchase this textbook. You can order it whichever way you'd like, from the campus bookstore, Barnes and Nobles, Amazon, but you will need this textbook in order to do this course. Now, I want to just kind of go through a couple of things just so that you all will know the expectations. We normally go through all these things in our very first Saturday virtual class. And like I said before, because we are not going to meet this Saturday and we're having to push it back a week, I wanted to come and give you some information. So what I'm going to do is just share my screen with you and then go through a few different things on the Canvas module with you. And I know many of you are familiar with Canvas, but if there are some students on that are not familiar with Canvas, I want to just give you a quick overview of the site and what things are available to you. So first thing is just the things that welcome you to the Canvas module. But the thing I need you to draw your attention to is there is a syllabus here for you to print or just to have on hand, downloaded and view. The other thing is oh, I don't see it, is the cover page that is normally, okay, I have lost it, cover page right here. There is the William Carey University approved cover page for all assignments. Let me stop and just explain that every assignment that you turn in, unless stated, will need a cover page and a reference page. So those two items I will look for when you turn in an assignment. And just get used to this cover page because you will use it throughout your time at William Carey for just about all your papers that you turn in. The other thing I like to draw your attention to is APA 7th edition. If you haven't purchased the book, that's fine. Please go to this guide and let it guide you on how to complete your references for your reference page. There's also the Purdue OWL, and you can plug in information in there, and it'll pretty much tell you how to write the reference, how to avoid plagiarism. At this level of graduate school, you should not do plagiarism. And when you turn your assignments in, turn it in, we'll grade it for plagiarism and you'll get a percentage of your paper that is plagiarized. And you would like to keep that number in the green. And again, the APA 7th edition, this is for your in-text citations, quotations, and again, it talks to you a little bit about plagiarism. Now, the next thing, and you'll get a lot of information about all your clinical things, sheets that have to be turned in, all of that will be discussed with you on Saturday at 10 a.m. You will meet with Dr. Sellers for the orientation on Saturday. You won't have to meet with me at 8 a.m., but you will meet with her at 10 a.m. All right, so getting into week one. Week one, as I said, your virtual class was rescheduled to the next Saturday, which is March 2nd, and we'll keep our original time at 8 a.m. The link for your virtual class has been moved to the week two module. Now, let's look at what is expected this week of you. And I'm going to scroll down here so we can get to our assignments. Anything that is an assignment, it will show up as a drop box. And you would need to click on that drop box in order for you to see the assignment. So the discussion is already here for you. There are 3 questions. Go ahead and answer those 3 questions, and then you have to respond to 2 other students' posts in order to get the full points for that assignment. So going back to where we were, then the next assignment that you have is your summary and reflection of the introduction of your textbook. And if you don't have the textbook, that introduction is listed here in a PDF. But by virtue of copyright laws, we can only put so many pages online for you to view. And so that is why we do the first part of the book to give you the time to get your book ordered and delivered to you. But for this first assignment, please make sure you go here to read the pages if you have not purchased the book. You can't answer or summarize, I'm sorry, or reflect on something if you haven't read it. And if you notice, my book is really tabbed up. That's because I've taught the course a few trimesters and I do know the book and know what's in the chapters. This section, I will fill it in prior to us meeting next Saturday, and I will have the names and everything listed for who's in your group. And those groups will be important because you all will be assigned a group activity, and it is a data project. I'm not going to go in depth about this data project because when we meet next Saturday, I will go in depth with you on that, and we'll really dig deep and talk about what it all entails. But just for you to know, we will do a group project. You'll be grouped and you all will complete a SMART goals assignment. And I know some of us like to work ahead or read ahead, and you'll all probably already know what the expectation is by the time we meet Saturday. But we will discuss all of that during our virtual class, and I need to update that date because it will be on March 2nd that we will meet. Let's see, going into week 2. So the expectations for week 2, one is that we will have the virtual class on that Saturday at 8 a.m. and that you sign on for that class. But as we're going through, and I will tell you this, as you're reading the book and going through the chapters, to not get behind, go ahead and read the chapters as they are assigned to you. And that way, when it's time for you to do the assignments for the different domains, you're ready for them. Because this class is a bit of reading. You will have to do some reading in order to do the assignments. So let's get down into this. Week 2, I will have an instructor video. It'll have a link directly under this, so you'll see where to get that. But it asks you to read chapters 3, domain 3 in your text. But for your assignment, and there's the PDF for those who need it. Let me go back up here. No, I was on the right side. So right here, it does have that chapter listed there. But for your assignment, let me find the Dropbox. Again, anytime there is a need for an assignment to be added or for you to drop it in, you will go to the Dropbox for that assignment, okay? And so Dropbox for domain 1 and 2. This assignment is due this next Sunday, March 3rd. And for these assignments, you are given 2 questions. And in that write-up that you're doing, no more than about 2 pages, you're going to answer these questions in and I hate using the word narrative because people then think that they need to write from a perspective of I, me, my, but you're not writing from that first person perspective. You're going to write it as a coming from a third person perspective because it's graduate work. So let's go back. Question 1 asks, what would you do to make sure you are leading and making decisions based on your school's data to improve student achievement? Well, domain 1 is all about a data-driven focus. And then domain 2 is all about instruction of a valuable and guaranteed curriculum. And so question 2 is going to ask, how would you ensure that each student receives a valuable and guaranteed curriculum? I don't want you to tell me what you're going to do. I want you to read the chapter and tell me what it is that Marzano and Carbo have stated to be the things we should be doing to ensure a viable, guaranteed curriculum, or how we should be using our school's data to improve student achievement. It comes from the book. And therefore, when I start talking about how we're writing our papers, it shouldn't say I, me, my. It should be an administrator will, or a leader provides, but not from a perspective of you giving me a reflection of your thoughts. It comes from the book. And with that being said, if it's coming from the book, it should, your passages or your paragraphs should include in-text citations. It is not your words. You're using the author's words. So you should be providing in-text citations. And because we're pulling our information from a book, I need a reference page. So you should be including the book as a reference as your last page of your assignment. So as I go back and recap, you need a cover page, you need to write out the question, and then in a narrative format, answer the question. Then you're going to list the second question, and in a narrative format, you're going to answer the second question. You're going to include in-text citations because these are not your words. You are using the words of our authors, Marzano and Carbo. And then at the end, you're going to cite the book by having a reference page and listing the book as a reference. So when we talk about this, you're not going to simply restate the domains and the elements. You're going to use the information in the textbook to answer the questions above. And there is a rubric provided. Please pay close attention to your rubric. It is how I will grade it. I will look at the rubric and see if you answered the question and that you have in detail given me the answer for it. I will tell you, I do look at the grammar that is in your writing. So make sure you're grammatically correct in what you're writing. A total of no more than 4 pages submitted, and APA format is used, including in-text citations. So that is where these points come from. So just paying close attention to that. And this will be the assignment. You start the assignment, you submit it via the upload here. And once you submit that assignment, it will be there for me to grade it. Now, let's see. My swiping didn't work on that. So that will get you through week 2. The big things that I need you to just remember is we do have our virtual class rescheduled. If you are not able to attend that virtual class, please send me an email or send it in the inbox on Canvas and let me know that you cannot. I do understand things come up just as I'm having to reschedule our class. The other thing is don't look for your groups just yet. I will fill these in prior to us meeting for our virtual day of learning. Let's see. We talked about the title page, APA format. Your mentor agreement forms will be discussed in detail when you all get on your orientation call. And the orientation call is mandatory, so please try all you can not to forget to sign on at 10 a.m. on this Saturday, February 24th. Now, my goal is to get a weekly video up, or I generally will post a video that I've already made for a past class. I would like for you to focus on the information that's provided and not so much the dates, because the dates will be outdated if it's a class that I've previously taught. But I would like for you to pay attention to the information. If you've not set up your email, and this is more or less for new students or master level students, you've not set up your email, please do so. If I am communicating with you, I generally send an email. If I'm grading in Canvas, I will shoot an inbox to you because I know everyone gets the inbox messages also to their emails. For some reason, mine do not link like that. You will need to either email me directly or send me an inbox directly because they don't link. I don't get them in both places, just so that you know that. Late assignments. There isn't a thing called excused assignments. If it is not turned in on the day that is turned in, it counts as an absence for your class time. And attendance is one of those things that will sneak up on you if you don't turn assignments in on time. And if the assignment is not in on the Monday, because I go through on Monday and check to see who's turned in their assignments, I will put a 0 in as a placeholder if it's not turned in. So just know that that will be there until you put the assignment into the Dropbox. Um, Focus on your weekly assignments. That's going to be the biggest thing that you can do for yourself. Please, please, please do your best not to get behind because it's a lot of reading and it is a lot of papers that you're having to submit. So it's in your best interest not to get behind because it is so hard to catch up after you've fallen behind. A note to the students that are in the specialist degree program. You will have an assignment that is different from everyone else, and we will talk about that when we do our virtual call as well, virtual class, so that you'll know what that entails and that when it will be coming up. We have a lot of information that we cover in this class. We learn a lot. All of our virtual meetings that I've had in the past, they've been really good virtual class meetings, and I always look forward to the participation from the students in this class. So I look forward to meeting all of you next Saturday on March 2nd at 8 a.m. So if you are up and on time, you will get attendance credit for that meeting because these classes, the virtual classes, are mandatory. So again, I apologize for rescheduling, but I do look forward to seeing all of you next Saturday. If you have any questions between now and next Saturday, please don't hesitate to email or inbox me via Canvas, and I will get back to you with a response as quickly as possible. But just so that you know, I am a school level principal. I am the principal of Mansdale Upper Elementary School in Madison County, Mississippi, and it is a busy time of the year. So I am not sitting at William Carey checking emails. I'm in a building in classrooms all day, and I do try to stop periodically to check emails and different things, but some days it's 5 o'clock before I even get back to my office to sit and check emails. So just bear with me with some things, and I will tell you, like I tell my teachers, it does not hurt my feelings if you text me, not text me, but if you email me again with the same question because I have not responded quick enough for you. I look forward to seeing your faces next Saturday. Have a great week, and I will see you all next Saturday, March 2nd at 8 a.m. Thank you. Bye-bye.